Yeah. So, we were out this weekend with your friend Abel,
Right.
and when we got to talking about aliens,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to talk to you about aliens because I
Okay.
wanted to know, is like, what do you think? Do you believe we're alone in this gigantic universe, or do you think it doesn't matter?
No, I think it matters. I mean, I don't know that we're alone in the universe. I wouldn't say
Based
that
off of your playlist, you think we're alone?
Anyways, that freaking aliens arrived. They heard my playlist and they're like, "Nope, get out of here."
Depressed motherfucker.
Yeah. No, but here's my thing. The universe is so huge. I wouldn't say, "Oh, nah, there's nothing."
Yeah.
But there's a but. There's a big but. Not the one from Talladega.
We love big butts here.
You heard what I said?
Yes, I heard
Okay.
you.
So there's a big but. The thing is, I do not think that they're dwelling among us, looking at us from outside, and that they see us.
You mean to tell me reptile people aren't real?
I don't think they're real.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there are people that look like reptiles,
Yeah.
but that's a whole nother story. But no, I don't think they're that we have contact. Like I pretty much think that we humans do not have any contact with any intelligent, rational species somewhere else out there.
Well,
I really don't think
for
so.
years, the government and the Pentagon has been like, oh, we've never seen anything. Well, recently they declassified a couple of videos. Well, recently I think it was like two years already here.
Okay.
And the craziest part that it relates back to punk music, believe it or not.
Why punk music?
So, Tom DeLonge from Blink-182 had actually left the band. Like, this is very successful punk band to go chase for aliens.
Oh.
And he was ridiculed. He was mocked. He eventually, he started doing music under Angels and Airwaves, which was, like also had to do with aliens. But the craziest part was he actually had like released like this video before it had actually gone public.
Mm-hmm.
So he got vindicated by the government. And in the files, they actually name him by name.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's like the biggest, craziest alien full circle story, And I actually have the video for you right here.
Let's take a look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready? This is
It might be evidence of aliens.
Never seen footage before.
What? I mean, it's been seen.
Don't tell them that.
See?
3 UFO videos taken by Navy pilots.
Mm-hmm.
The Pentagon declassified 3 UFO videos.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude.
I mean, to be fair, it sucks because if we actually know how to read shit like this, all you're just seeing is dots.
Yeah. It's like an ultrasound, and they tell you, "Look at your baby," and you're like, "Oh, it's so cute."
It
And it's like,
just like you.
yeah,
It's a fucking
and it's like,
it's a monster.
it's like that one. Like, no, the one over here. Oh,
Oh yeah.
that one. Anyhow,
Yeah.
the footage shows unidentified objects flying at high speeds through the Earth's
Atmosphere.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
The mysterious flying objects remain unidentified.
To this day.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The declassification is meant to clear up any misconceptions by the public. Yes. One video was taken in 2004 and the other two in 2000.
15.
The videos were taken during training flights and leaked to the New York Times in 2017. That's a cool thing. U.S. Navy formalized a reporting process in 2019 for pilots to report incidents of UFO sightings.
There we go. That's it.
okay.
It's cool just because of the simple fact that the government basically,
Released
came
it.
out and said that yes.
I think that footage gets people even more down to it because you expect to see something really dope.
Yeah.
You're like freaking a leg stick out of the ship or something. No, but look, man, I have a UFO story because I saw a UFO when I was a little kid. Yeah. And you know how sometimes you remember things from your childhood like very, very, very vaguely.
Yeah.
This is one of the only few ones that I remember. Okay. Now I don't claim it to be an alien. I don't know what it was, but it did not look like a plane. Okay. This thing was like they show it in the movies. It was like a disc, and it has some thickness to it, and it was spinning, and it was flying well, I don't know if it was east or west. I think it was it was flying from west to east because the sun was coming up. And I just remember yelling at my mom, "Look, look." And she didn't turn. By the time she turned, the thing went into the clouds. Never saw it again. Okay? It was like it wasn't like that high up in the sky. It was pretty low. And it was like about this big from where I could see it. And it was spinning, and it was just like maybe like a 2-second thing. It was like, and then it went in the clouds. Done. That's all I saw.
Damn.
Now, my theory, because I just told you that I don't think,
it,
right?
Yeah.
It's like, how can you say you don't think so when you see that?
Vindicate?
I think there's just crazy scientists that have invented really cool shit, and they're just experimenting with it.
It could be like the flat earthers who would build their own rockets to fly.
It was a flat earther. There you go. No, I really think that there is a lot of people, very clever people out there, or a lot of really cool experiments that they have conducted that they know they work, but they don't make it to a commercial place, so you never get to see them.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. You know, at the end of the day, like UFO just stands for unidentified flying object. Yeah. And even with that, like people have even said that is like other countries, like if we haven't like figured out what their technology is, they're classified as UFOs. You know, so you never know at the end of the day. But the thing is, Tom got vindicated, and I'm happy for him. And here's a statement for him, Danny. Can you go ahead and read that for us?
Let's do it. If this thing ever okay. I knew it was coming, he says. It's funny, when I got into this, people were making fun of me. He quit his band to chase aliens. He's lost his mind. Tinfoil hat, fuck this guy. He's crazy. And then they all started to find out it's true. The vindication arrived via the United States government in 2019. When the Navy and the Department of Defense talked about Tom DeLonge videos, they mentioned my name and stuff. He shakes his head, and the surfer boy voice that in 1999's all that small things managed to work a San Diego accent into the word nah, says it's like it's crazy. It's like it's crazy.
I personally love Blink-182, and it sucks that he left. But, you know...
Well, what do you think, though? Do you think that we've made contact with aliens and stuff?
Well, I mean, it's not really technically contact if you saw them.
No, I'm saying no. But I'm saying is, do you think
have we?
No, do you think that we've managed to make like they actually are out there like kind of looking at us like, oh, these humans are kind of.
They say that we're hit by hundreds of asteroids daily. Okay. You know, you never know what can be what. I mean, you know,
I suppose.
I like the way that people always put it whenever you look at hieroglyphics and like different like country, like different like ancient ruins always, you know, but then again, you know, like there was a lot was unknown. But there's always like evidence of like freaking alien ships and stuff.
I suppose.
So
I mean,
you never know.
You never know.
That's the thing. It's like you're never really gonna know, and you're not crazy for being curious.
So
you're crazy for saying you know, and it's a damn fact.
Right. There was this video I saw a while back. They were talking about that, and one of the things they mentioned was like, well, there's different things that could be. If a civilization is that advanced, then we should have been like conquered by now, because they're so advanced. We wouldn't even know that they're here. They would just be like boop, taken over, and that's it. And the other was if they are semi-advanced, we should have been able to detect them at some point because they're not that advanced. Yeah. And so one of the things was like, if there is and they make it here, they're from very, very far away, which means they have very advanced technology, and that's very scary. If there is none, then it's also very scary because we're the only rational existing living creatures in the universe, which means if we mess up and go extinct,
fucked. Yeah,
it's a dead universe.
I actually don't mind that way of thinking, but you know, the one thing that's really cool about it, have you ever heard of Star Trek? It's basically they're so advanced that there's no like currency and shit. The only thing they're doing is just like they're searching for like knowledge and shit. Okay. You know, so like that's like the utopian version of like utopia. The advancements of freaking space travel and stuff. Right. But you know, you're right. I had never thought about that. The thing was like, but then again, you also have to think about it. If they're that advanced, what if they just made like something to stop you from tracking it? You know, because here, I think if you like fly low enough, you can't be tracked.
Well, I'm not saying...
What if they're cold?
Well, I didn't mean it as they can't track. I meant it as they could use us very easily and conquer us very easily and use us enslave us, whatever. Unless, of course, they don't need anything and they find us amusing because they see our political parties and everything, and they're like, they're like, today on Earth. Ding, ding, ding.
It's like they only haven't killed us because they're like, hey, they make kind of funny shows. They have good podcasts.
There you go. They listen to the Unqualified group. No, you know what they're doing? They're watching freaking Talladega live from Mars. They're like,
they just want to be a part of the fun.
They're like, it's back at that. They're so advanced they forgot entertainment, and they're like, oh, we need to get it somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be kind of.
But you're right. You're right. They're just let's live in a world where they're just amused by us and they don't want to kill us.
I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
now, if you're an alien watching and you want to be a guest in the podcast, hit us up in the comments. just knock on the door. Don't do anything crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, that owl is looking at me weird.